When I first started, I didn't do that well. When I first started, I had a lot of losses.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the past, I think the first 10 fights I had weren't good. You don't have to train for 3 hours every day, but even if it's you just messing around, messing around in in your house for 5 minutes a day, it's better than nothing. As long as you have in your head, if you're not able to train, if you really are that busy, then do the drills we do in your head because you're still visualizing. Yeah, I broke it my last fight in March in Thailand.
Okay.
And then I broke it. It didn't heal fully, and I got into training. I was throwing it just too soon, a week ago. And I broke it again, but it's not that bad. The first time it was displaced, it was snapped in half, and I needed surgery.
So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Rouge Mindset. I am here. I have the privilege of interviewing Rich. He is a man that wears many hats because he is a fighter, he's a coach, and a nutritionist. And then this conversation will dive into his journey, his fights, and all about his vision from the future. So, Rich, thank you so much for your time and for joining me today in Rouge Mindset. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time. Okay, so I want to start about asking you about your hand because I just recently saw a post in Instagram, your Instagram account, that you broke again your hand. Can you tell us what happened and how do you feel?
Yeah, I broke it my last fight in March in Thailand.
Okay.
And then I broke it. It didn't heal fully, and I got into training. I was throwing it just too soon, a week ago. And I broke it again, but it's not that bad. The first time it was displaced, it was snapped in half, and I needed surgery. But this time I don't need surgery, just in a cast for 4 weeks.
Okay.
So it's not the worst.
But where is the problem? On the fingers or the fist or where is the
right here. It's the metacarpal, the second metacarpal.
Okay.
Right here. Yeah, just cry. It's the exact same place as last time. So
and what happened during the fight? You were punching and then immediately you felt pain, or how was it?
I punched him and then I didn't feel pain, but I felt something different, and I was like, that's not normal.
Okay.
And then after that, I was like, I think my hand, I don't know what a broken hand feels like. I've never felt it, but I think it might be broken. So I was just like, I think it happened 10 seconds before it was the fight ended, because so I felt it. I think it was probably good, because then I was like, I gotta throw elbows now, and then I KO'd him with elbows. So
you finished the fight?
Yeah, 10 seconds. There was a second round, and I broke it. I think it was an overhand, and then 15, 20 seconds later, I just KO'd him with a spinning elbow.
Okay.
So
wow, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, so it was good. I was kind of sad after, because I was because I had a cut on my face, and I was my hand, I didn't know for sure that my hand was broken, but I was something feels different. And then as soon as they took the gloves off and the wraps off, I saw the bone, it wasn't sticking out of the skin, but I could see the bone wasn't normal.
Something different.
Yeah, and I was and then after that, my hand got super big.
Swollen.
Super swollen. And
I was
okay. This is not normal. And then I went and they said I needed surgery, so I got surgery.
And how did you feel being in Thailand? I mean, I don't know, were you alone over there, or with other fighters, or who helped you?
Yeah, I was with some friends.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had some help.
Okay.
While I was there, so I wasn't alone. I was already there for about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
So when it happened, so I knew people. I was still camp. I wasn't by myself.
Okay.
But I just I was just I'm just gonna stay and keep traveling, because then I was all right, so I'm gonna come back to the States. I can't really train people properly, so I'm just gonna stay out here. I saved the money up already.
Yeah.
So even I had to pay the surgery out of pocket, but it wasn't so much that I felt I had to come back.
Okay.
It was just
everything is more cheaper, right? It's in Thailand, everything.
It was still pretty expensive, but
okay.
I could imagine if I was here, it would have been 20,000 and 30,000.
Yeah, much more.
So
I agree.
Cause I have insurance here, so I was an option of coming here and just getting it fixed here. But I was I don't want to leave. I already made a plan to stay out here.
Okay.
So I ended up working out, because I was able to train the first 10 weeks, and then the last 7 weeks or 8 weeks.
Okay.
Now, like the last like month, I was able to train pretty. I couldn't throw my right hand, but I was still able to clinch. I was at a gym, FA Group in Bangkok, and
I was going to ask you, in that gym, why did you like that gym?
It was just like all clinch, and like it's like they do like 2 hours of clinch every day.
Wow.
It's like really, and then they do an hour of clinch to start off the training, and then into pad work, and like so it's like you don't really get that. And it's like in America, there are gyms that clinch, but a lot of them don't really clinch as much as you would want. So I was like, that would be like a good way to get like a leg up on a competition when I came back to America. Just like clinch all day, and then and it was already kind of my style anyways, like clinching and elbows.
So you already you know how to do that tool, use that tool of clinching.
That was my main. I wasn't able to use it in too many fights because for some reason, even though I fight at a low weight class, I was fighting people that were like 6'2", 6'3".
Yes.
So the clinch wasn't like as much of an option as I wanted it to be.
That's right.
But there were a few fights, any fight where the person was like anywhere near my size, the clinch was a little bit, like that would be my main, my main weapon.
Yeah.
Other than like punching. It would be like boxing and then clinch and elbows. And I just wanted to make my whole thing clinch while I was there.
Okay.
And it's like they have so many great fighters over there. FA Group has like probably like the best like fighters in Bangkok probably because they have a few really good guys. Like if you go in there, there'll be like 20 guys, 20 professionals, like not professionals coming from like other countries, but like from Thailand.
From Thailand.
Like natives, and then like half of them are like in one championship, the other half on like an RWS. So it's like you're getting like really, and all of them have like over like 100 fights. So it's like you're getting like quality training. And you wouldn't know because they look like my age, they look younger, but then if you start fighting when you're 10 and then you're 28, then like you're gonna have like a bunch of fights.
You are 28 now? Or how old are you?
I'm 29.
29, okay, super young. Okay, perfect. So this time you stayed during summer, since March, you stayed for 4 months, you mentioned?
I stayed from February to July. So I stayed for a long time.
But it was not the first time you traveled to Thailand, right?
That was my first time traveling.
Okay, I thought you were in Thailand before.
No, I never had like the time to travel to Thailand. Yeah.
No, but it was great. Like once you decided to go, to stay for so long, you learn a lot from them.
Yeah, I planned to go after I graduated college. I was gonna go, but then I graduated college around COVID, so then I couldn't go.
Travel. Okay.
And then I moved like from New York to like the south just because everything was closed here and like there weren't any jobs here. So I moved over there because I was able to like find like a gym there, like that I can train people at and train myself at. Yeah. So I went over there and I stayed there for 2 years and I came here and then I just started fighting again. I just stayed here for like a year, like fighting, and I was like, at this point now I have like, after my amateur career, I'm like, there's no really like much to do. Like here in the U.S. Yeah. Even like professional, they don't really get paid too much professionally here. Okay. And it's like, here like the costs are higher, so it's like you're making kind of less money if you're training full time. Okay. Then that means you can't like work as much to me. So, well, in Thailand I can just like save up, go there, like work remotely. I do my nutrition work like out there, and like if I can get a job, maybe like working completely remote over there as well, just to have like a few sources of income. And it's like over there everything's so cheap. Yeah, I can just focus on training. Food is cheaper, exactly. You can't food is way cheaper. Food was like, it was like $1 or $2 for like.
And the coconut water, everything was delicious and fresh. The fruit, everything. I really enjoy being there, right? It's a really nice experience. So what did you learn from the Thais? Like something that helped you for your mentality or your skills in Muay Thai?
It's just repetition, just like training, training.
Was it an old school gym, the one you chose?
FA Group, they've been around since like the 90s. Okay. So they've been around for a long time. Okay. It's definitely old school. And they're definitely like, you can tell by like their equipment. They're like, but they're not too, their equipment is pretty, they open up new gyms, but you can tell it's like, they have an old school mentality. Okay. You know, it's not like super modern or anything like that. So it's like, it was definitely old school. But and it's like, but a lot of like the newer schools, a lot of like the new, like a lot of people that were like training people were like, kind of like, the fighters kind of train each other. Because a lot of people retire like early.
Really?
They'll be like 25 and like retired. And then they're just training people, and then out of nowhere like, I'll have a fight just for fun. You know, like.
But what did you learn from them, like from their style or their mindset?
Just like be aggressive. I didn't know like with clinch they're way more aggressive with the clinch. They're just like it's almost like wrestling. They're just like throwing you down, and like they're like just throwing elbows without like elbow pads. Just like it's like placed elbows, but they're like, and they don't throw them like right. They'll like throw them like this. They'll throw them like slightly wrong, so you're hitting like not the bone or like the fleshy part of like the arm, or like So it was like it was like very intense. It's just like it just showed me. I mean, it's kind of like the style I had already, but with clinch, I didn't. It was just like grabbing them, throwing them around, and just like and there was a lot of like sneaky elbows that they taught me too. Like a lot of like faking and then going into the elbows. So the elbows were like game changer because a lot of the elbow tricks they showed me, it was like faking the knee and then stepping forward with the elbow, or faking the kick and stepping forward with the elbow. So it was really like it was more repetition more than anything, but it was like the aggression was like number one. And
take us to that moment where you had your fight there. So was it at a gym or an arena where you had your first fight there in Thailand?
It was in Krabi.
Okay.
Krabi, so it's like by Phuket. So by like the beach.
How did you feel? Like fighting? It was like a Thai opponent?
It was a Thai. They gave me somebody really like. It was a really good. Well, I don't know how many fights.
Were you nervous, anxious, or?
I was definitely nervous because I'm like in a different country, like fighting, like, and it was like really like grungy. It was like a lower, like a mid-level stadium, so it was like it's like concrete and stuff on the floor. It's like it's not really like super modern or anything. Yeah. But it's like, well, I guess I'm used to that. It's kind of like similar to here.
Yeah.
But it was it was definitely nervous. But the same as here. Like here, I feel nervous too. But over there, it's like the added of like I'm in a different country. Like if I get hurt, which I did get hurt, I'm like stranded kind of. But I mean, it wasn't. I did know like he did have a lot of fights. They never told me exactly how many fights he had, but they kept telling me he has a lot of experience. So not to worry, he has a lot of experience. And I was like, you're telling me this right before the fight. Like I just found out who he was. I'm like, and like I didn't. The Thais, they never like really asked me how many fights I had. So they just kind of got me, like they got me like a super hard guy. Just I guess because what they just saw me training and they were like, oh, they never really asked me formally like if I was a fighter. I just asked them, hey, can I fight? Because they were going on a trip. It was somebody's wedding and they were going on a trip to Krabi from Bangkok. So I flew out there. It was like a 45-minute flight, and then I just like fought it there. So it was kind of like last minute. It was like the last like week or two.
But yeah, congratulations, and it's nice to be in Thailand, like to learn from the, like I don't know if they're the best, but they are really good at what they do at Muay Thai, right? Repetitions, as they start, as you said, since they are 10 years old. So they are amazing, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So now I would like to know about how did you start your journey in Muay Thai? How did you decide to train Muay Thai?
Well, Muay Thai, I did it for self-defense at first. I was like trained for like a hobby for like, I started when I was like 18 or like 17. And I did it for like a hobby till I was like maybe like 21, 22. And then when I was 21, that's when I started inquiring about like fighting. I think when I was 20 is when like, I was like, maybe I want to fight. And the gym I was at wasn't really like a competition gym. So I like started looking for a gym that like competed.
But here in New York, right?
It was in New York, yeah. And then, I went to this other gym and then trained there for like 2 years. And then like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to compete. I didn't know like what that meant. But then like 2 years later, when I was like 22, I had like my first like, it was like a smoker.
A smoker, that's good, okay.
And then like a year later I had like a fight, and then after that I was basically like fighting like once a year till I was 25. And then I think when I was 25, that's when I started fighting like 6 or 7 times a year. And then, I think this year is probably like the year I didn't fight much because like I've been injured most of the year.
Yeah, you have an injury,
But last year I fought a lot too. Like I've been fighting like 6 or at most like 7, like at least 6 or 7 times a year since I was like 25. And then now, just like, let's see what I can do.
And how did you feel after your first fight? Like, I mean, the smoker, this is not competitive, both win, right? In a smoker, but how did you feel after that first fight?
I didn't really remember.
Oh, no?
Because I was like, I didn't really play sports or anything. So it was like, I think it was just like adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
I remember looking at the video thinking, I remember some pieces, but I was like, I feel like you should remember the whole thing, not just like 30 seconds of the fight. I know my first real fight, I dropped a guy with like a knee to the belly, and then I didn't remember doing that. I was like, when did that happen? I was like,
Wow.
I saw the videos. It was like, I think the adrenaline rush.
Wow.
Just like, that's why I tell people that like first starting a fight, I'm like,
Wow.
you might not remember anything. You want to like, and some people, they want to go straight into a fight, and I'm like, you should do a few smokers just because you want to, especially if you're like not haven't competed a lot. Like
That's
me,
right.
like you want to, because even if you don't do good, it doesn't matter. You want to remember what happened.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
cause sometimes you fight and you don't even get a video. Well, like I've had fights where like they'll have pay-per-view and everything, but they won't have like you can't access the pay-per-view after it's done.
That's right.
So then
so
like,
you need somebody recording the fight for you, right?
Yeah. Or like screen
Otherwise-
recorded on the pay-per-view, but sometimes like
Or screen recording.
they won't let you. Sometimes the screen records and like it says you can't screen record.
You cannot, yeah.
Or they won't let you
Depends.
go back. I don't know. Sometimes the weird pay-per-view. So you always need someone. If you don't happen to have somebody recording, because it's hard to think about that when you're like fighting. So it's like if you don't have someone recording, you might forget. Like it might be
And it's
gone.
good to analyze, right? After the fight, what went well, what went wrong, right?
Yeah, of
So you
course.
can analyze and improve after.
Of
right?
course, yeah.
That's important. Okay. So, but then, what is your fighting style? What is your best weapon in Muay Thai?
Probably like elbows.
Elbows.
Like I do
Spinning
like,
elbows? Or
Spinning elbows like the one I throw. I like the regular elbow too, but it's just like with the elbow pads, it's sometimes like hard to like do damage. So but the spinning elbow is like a lot of like.
I have
work.
seen your spinning elbows and your elbows during your fights, and then good, really nice.
Yeah, that's
land
probably like
them
my main
really
weapon.
well.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
just like close quarters.
Okay.
Kind of like boxing. I box. I'm like aggressive. Which
Like
is like
pressure.
That, yeah, like
Okay.
always pressuring. Which is like kind of like I wanted to kind of like. That's what part of the reason I went to Thailand, because I want to like not be as aggressive, just because I don't want to like make so many mistakes. Like, because being aggressive is good, but then it'll get to a point where like the person hits really hard.
It's really tiring, right? To pressure.
It's really tiring, but I have like really good cardio, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But in terms of like, you still want to like place your shots, because like if the person's tough and you're being aggressive, they're just gonna tough it out and they might come back and win.
Yeah.
Or depending on what the judges see, they might think, oh, the other person was like, they might give it to the other person, even if you were being aggressive. But in terms of like, if you're like taking your time and like picking your shots a little bit more, like you get the knockout more, because then you're like tricking them into thinking something else is coming, and then you hit them with like, they think a punch is coming, and then you throw a kick and they don't see a kick coming, then like the brain shuts down, right? Because it's like, it's the way like knocking somebody out works, unless you hit it super hard. It's like you're tricking them into thinking something else is coming, and then they just don't register that the other technique is coming. So that's part of the reason why I went to Thailand.
Yeah.
Just to like work on like more like Muay femur, more like just like.
Well, the clinching, you said you improved your clinching, and also you wanted to do like to improve your knee.
My knees are like, and my kicking was like the main thing I wanted.
Kicking.
My kicking did get way better after.
The low kicks or high kicks or both?
My high kick have gotten a lot better. Well, it was mostly like just like teeps, a lot of teeps. They taught me like a lot of like teeps to the knee.
Okay.
Or like not to the knee, but to the thigh. Like when someone's gonna kick, you like teep them to the thighs to like stop their kick. So like I never really thought about doing that. And, like in sparring, it works. Now every time I do it, people are like flinching.
Wow.
And so like, and I'm not even like, and I'm handicapped. I can't throw my right hand. So but like if you like fake it and you can come up with something else, you can fake it and throw an elbow. So it was a lot of. That's mainly why I went to Thailand for, just to like work more feeling. But my style is more aggressive, like just coming forward and like and just like attacking, which is good. But I just wanted to change it up a little bit.
You need to dominate. You feel that you need to dominate the fight since the beginning, so there's no doubt, right?
Yeah, and it's only like and like I was only doing like 2-minute rounds. So it's, like, so it's not really much.
Yeah.
And Thailand was
in
3
Thailand,
minutes.
I was going to ask you. It was 3 rounds of 3 minutes.
It was 5 rounds. It only went for me. Only went 2 rounds.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be 5 3 minute.
Okay.
But you get 2-minute break in between.
Yeah.
So
They are longer, right? The breaks in Thailand are longer.
Yeah, 2 minutes here.
Because
1
they
minute.
wash them out, right? I mean, they just throw water on them. At least at the Raja, they do that.
No, yeah.
I don't know if in every stadium.
Every stadium does that. Yeah, they put like the metal like
The handle.
thing on they put like the metal like
the tray,
on the
like
floor.
a tray.
Yeah, like a tray, and then you can go on that, and then like just throw water on you.
Yeah, like they just get like a bath every break, right?
They put like ice in my pants. So I was like, okay, like.
How was the feeling? It was different, right?
You
were not used to that.
I wasn't used to it, but it was pretty chill because I was training with those guys for like 8 weeks. And I had seen fights. I was going to Raja a lot, so I got like a version. I knew because how Raja, like it's the same thing with like in terms of like how they do things in Raja.
Yeah.
And like because it's still like old school in that way. So. Yeah. But it was definitely way more like low key.
Yeah, it was great. A super experience being in Thailand. And then what has been the worst injury you have? I mean, I don't know if this the hand or the worst injury you have.
I think this is the worst injury. Yeah, I've never had a worse injury. I've never really been injured. There was one fight that I got injured, but I think it was like I went to the hospital after the fight, and it was mostly because it wasn't because what happened in the fight. Okay. It was more like I think it was like my first or second fight, and I think I ate too much, like too quick. I ate like a sandwich. I didn't drink any water. I drank a little. I like gulped down water and like ate a sandwich and like I was like really constipated for the fight. And then I went to the doctor and he said my pancreas was inflamed. It was like after the fight. Yeah, so it was like, and then they kept me in the hospital for like 3 days. But that wasn't really an injury. That wasn't much of. It wasn't like an injury. They were just more like. They saw that I had insurance and they were like, oh, just stay here for like 3 days.
Yeah, that happened.
Because they were like, oh, it could spread. Like if it spreads over, like your pancreas is inflamed, other things can get inflamed too. And if it gets worse, you're gonna have to do the whole emergency room, like.
Really risky, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess but that wasn't really an injury because I was good like a week later. Okay. Yeah, but this is like the worst. It's like a bone.
Yeah, you will heal. Like in how many weeks you will heal?
He said, well, they said it won't heal for like a few months, but I'm out of the cast after like a few weeks.
Yeah. Just go day by day. Otherwise, if you see the whole process, like, you get desperate, right, about it.
Yeah. I mean, the first time was like, I was in a brace for like 4 months. Well, it was from March, like 15 or like 20 until like June. Okay. Or like end of May. Oh. So I was there and like, and I had like pins in my, it was a little more intense. Okay. This is like, I mean, this is like still, like it looks pretty bad, but it's not as bad as last time.
Okay, sure. But then you feel like, I mean, in your mindset, like how to overcome this injury, you are okay. You don't feel like, I need to train or like desperate to do that. You're okay?
No, I'm okay because I don't really have time. I was disappointed because I was starting to get into training more. Yeah. Because I was working a lot. And then like made time to like train at least like 3 times a week, and then a week later like I injured, so now it's like. But I'm just like I'm going back to Thailand in November, so I'm just gonna take this to like save up money.
Okay, that's right. And then are you going to the same gym or are you going to choose another one?
I might have to travel around. I might just be doing privates because this gym is just like they roughhouse a little bit. I'm gonna go like visit and hang out with them, but in terms of like going full time and doing sessions there, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. They're just too. Like I wouldn't be able to get the most out of it because they're like an aggressive gym, and, like throwing each other around, and I don't want to risk like getting injured again. Right. Okay. So, but I'm probably gonna do like that was one thing about Thailand that was like really.
You can just go to different gyms.
Yeah, and exactly.
Private sessions.
So the private sessions were like you'd be training with someone who has like 200-300 fights, and and it'll be like $20 for like a private session. Yeah. And like. Sometimes you get like a super famous like guy that like they'll charge like $150 or like I'm like that's still nothing because that's what I charge here. It's worth it. It's like that's what I charge. I'm just a regular kind of guy, right? Well, I have fights and stuff, but like I'm not like a legend like them. So like they're charging what I charge here, there. So I'll be like, oh, it's worth it. It's depending on the person. But like you can get a private with like the Mike Tyson of like Muay Thai. Yeah. For like $100, which isn't bad. So or like maybe if you want someone like a level down, it would be like 20 or 30, which they'll still be teaching you the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like they still don't have the same knowledge. It's just one guy's a legend.
Yeah.
And like which it is worth. I mean, if I could train with Mike Tyson for an hour, I would do it.
Of course.
$100 would be nothing if I get to train with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Or like,
we were at Khao San Rift gym. Have you heard about it? It's in Bangkok also. Khao San Rift is also a old school gym. And then they have, I don't know, the fighter from that gym, the most popular is Anuwat Khao San Rift. And sometimes he doesn't live there, but sometimes he goes to visit and trains everybody there. So maybe you should try to go once or to take
for
privates.
sure, yeah.
And that's, I mean, we really enjoy being there. You feel like family. So that's a recommendation if you want to take it.
yeah, I would, yeah, because I'm definitely going to go to different gyms.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Because I only went to a couple.
Yeah, okay. Also, when I see your fights, I always see that you carry your flag, the Dominican Republic flag. How do you feel after that fight? And of course, when you win, like to carry your flag and like to represent your country. How do you feel in that moment?
It feels really good. I mean, it's like representing, and I get a lot of fans off of it. I'll get like a bunch of people like wanting to take pictures.
Yeah.
Well, like after it, so it's like it's nice. I'm like representing
your country.
My country is nice.
Yeah, you always have it, right? After a fight, you always have your
yeah.
Flag.
I always have it. Like the past like 20 fights, I just like carry it with me. Yeah. Sometimes like I forget like it's like the blood from like because sometimes there was like a 6-month period where I was like fighting like. Sometimes like the next week, like I would fight 1 week and then I wouldn't be injured and they'd ask me like, hey, do you want to fight in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
And I'd forget to wash it. So that's like the guy's blood.
Okay.
blood.
Oh
so
no,
like,
okay.
So it's like, it'd be, but yeah, I always carry it with me just because it's like, especially if I win, especially if I'm on a win streak, I'm like, I have to carry the same one.
I need to have my flag, okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, so let's talk about Warriors Cup. I mean, I have seen you fighting in that event. But then, can you tell us what has been the best fight you have had in that promotion? Which one you enjoyed the most?
I guess the first fight I had with them was really good.
Okay.
That was the one they gave me a title shot.
Who was your opponent?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember, but he was from Thailand?
He was no. It was some white guy.
Okay.
Some weird white. I forget his name.
But when was this?
This was like 2023, like the summer.
Okay, 2023. Okay.
That was my first fight with Warriors Cup. That's when I didn't have that many fights. I think I had like 15 fights at the time.
Okay.
But they gave me like a title shot.
Okay.
Against this other guy, and it was like at a higher weight class. But then I saw the guy. He like had a. I think he was either undefeated or had like one loss or something. But he was like not that good. I just saw him fight and I was like, I had to like trick myself into thinking he was good because I was like, I didn't want to underestimate him. But he was like, he would do like showboating stuff.
Okay.
But he wasn't knocking people out. Okay. He was like winning close fights.
Okay.
So he would like punch you and then like have his hands low.
Wow, okay.
So I was like, that's easy, because then, unless you can only do that if you're knocking people out.
Yeah.
If you're not knocking people out, that makes no sense, right?
That's
so
right.
So I just took it as like, oh, I guess he's gonna do that, and I'm gonna come in with a combo.
You knew already the strategy to use.
Yeah, be like aggressive and just like be, because if I don't have to worry about being knocked out, like really just keep my hands up if I want. I wasn't even that good at the time. I think I see that like back then. I'm like, my hands are low. I'm like not really throwing any kicks. But he was just like a punching bag, because he would punch me and then he'd like put both his hands down and like stick his tongue out, and I'd be like, okay, and then I would just like. So you were. Just continue.
Everything was going your way, so you feel confident.
Yeah, I like, it was a finish in the third round.
Okay.
So I finished them, like I knocked them down twice, and then the referee was like, no more,
Wow, and it's a nice promotion. I have been there, and everything is really nice in that promotion. I really enjoy. And can you tell us a fight that you didn't like, that your performance was not as good, that you didn't feel like as proud of yourself in this event?
I guess the last fight I had there. Well, people thought I won, and like people were like, honestly.
You mean in September 2023?
And,
no, when was this?
Was the last
December.
This was December.
December 13, right? 2025 with Lobiondo, right?
Yeah.
Lobiondo was your
This
opponent.
was for like a national title. So like
Yeah.
whoever won would have been like number one.
Okay.
Well, he was already number one, and I was like fighting
Uh-huh.
to be number one.
Okay.
And like people thought I won, like, but with the rules it was like he threw more kicks, but I wasn't really like defending the kicks that much because I was like they didn't hurt or they were like really like tappy kicks.
Okay.
So I was like, why am I gonna block this? So I would just take it and like come in with a combo.
Yeah.
And I guess even though like I for sure gave him like a concussion most likely
Yeah.
from what people told me. And like, but it's just like the rules with Muay Thai, the kicks count for more, even if they're not hurting.
Count more.
Yeah.
Okay.
But people were confused because they were like, you look like you were like beating him up the whole time. I'm not sure like why.
I saw the video, like the fight, and said, what happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange. Okay.
But I was disappointed because all I had to do was throw like a kick at the end of the combination. I was throwing kicks, but like not as much. It just had to be like one kick, or like
Yeah.
at the end, or like a knee or something.
I agree.
But like that's why I made the decision to go to Thailand like right after that, because I was like,
Yeah.
I already have 30 fights. I'm still like making the same mistakes, like not
Okay,
kicking
okay.
at the end. Like, I guess I got kind of like, because every punch I threw was kind of like landing, so I was just like,
What happened?
what,
right?
yeah, I was just like, why am I didn't think about throwing kicks, but
That's right.
it was just like, because I fought this guy. He was my second fight that I fought. I already fought him. I think the fight I had with him was like 29, and I fought him my second fight, and it was the same thing. Like I beat him up with the punches, but like
Okay.
I didn't throw any. So I made the same mistake basically.
And you were
so.
pressuring. I saw some parts of the
Yeah.
fight. You were pressuring him. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's just the way the rules work.
Okay.
If you don't kick,
And also in Thailand, they score differently. So you really need to know what the referees are, all the judges are looking for,
Yeah.
right? When you like to, all for the points,
yeah. The more
really
kicks, the way it works is like kicks is first,
always.
and after kicks is knees,
Okay.
and after the knees, it's like I guess punches or like punches and elbows are like tied, and then it's like sweeping and stuff like that. But kicks and knees are always like 1 and 2. So
Okay, the one
if you're like
most
even,
important.
yeah, so even if you're like beating the person up, unless you knock them out or unless you drop them, you're not really gonna get the win
Okay.
unless you
I
kick.
see.
It was like Muay Thai, so you have to. Even elbows do damage, but really like
They really do damage. Oh
if
my
you
God.
don't, if
Yeah.
you're not like knocking people out with them
Yeah.
or like dropping them, they don't really count.
They really count.
So it's like it's
but
important
then
to-
they can stop the fight afterwards if the injury was big, no? If you
Yeah,
had an
they have like a
injury.
cut, or if they get dropped,
Exactly.
yeah, that works. I've had like,
works.
well, most of like, yeah, that's
Exactly.
like when I throw most of the spinning elbows I throw, they get like dropped or like knocked out. So it works when it's that, but like if I don't knock them out, it doesn't
Yeah.
count for much really.
Wow. And then how many belts do you have from Warriors Cup?
Warriors Cup is.
I got confused. I'm not sure.
I have Warriors Cup. I only have one.
You
from
have
Warriors
one.
Cup,
And then you have AFL as well. You have a
there's
belt,
AFL and then ECF.
right? Yeah.
And then IKF, I fought with the IKF. I did a few tournaments with the IKF as well. So I
Okay.
have that. I actually don't even know where those are. I got like a few trophies and belts from the IKF. But
Okay.
they're,
Wow.
like,
Amazing.
misplaced.
AFL also. It's amazing. And then you had a fight in Arizona, right? But it was a different promotion, right? It's like a.
I forget what they were called. Like
It's
something
CB,
Alliance.
like something Grand Prix, no? Grand Prix?
It was
Yeah, I have it
SA
here.
Alliance, I think.
Okay. What happened in that fight in Arizona? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
What was the outcome of that fight?
I won the
Okay.
first. I won, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I won. It was a clinch too. The guy didn't know how to clinch,
Okay.
so I just like clinched him.
Yeah,
clinching
but
the elbow.
what is the feeling when they just wrap the belt around your waist, like your first belt? How do you feel about
Warriors
that?
Cup felt really good because like I never Warriors Cup, because with the IKF they gave me trophies and I got a belt, but it wasn't like it was just like nobody was there. It was like in the South, so it was like only the people like
yeah.
that came to watch from my team, like 6 people, because it was like I was living in North Carolina and I was in South
Okay.
Carolina, so not that many people like traveled. Maybe like 10 or 15 people.
Yeah.
But then the Warriors Cup is like basically it's like the whole gym, because it's like only like
Yeah,
30 minutes from
everybody
here.
goes, yeah.
So everybody.
Knows you. And everybody cheers for you, right?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
environment is great. I saw like the video, and then you were just like, your eyes were like bright, and you were so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it was good because I wasn't, when I first started, I didn't do that well. When I first started, I had a lot of losses.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the past, like, I think the first like 10 fights I had weren't like good. They were like, I think I had like maybe 1 or 2 wins over like 50, like, I think I was like a 50-50 fighter because I was like 7-5. And then I started going like on win streaks. So like my record got better and when I started. But when I first started, I wasn't doing that well. So like I was really happy when I started like winning.
Okay.
Well, because before I went on my like win streak, I had like a losing streak. I lost like 3 in a row.
Exactly. I want to ask you about a post that I saw in your Instagram account that you were saying that you almost quit practicing Muay Thai in 2022, right? Like you were saying that you were not, I don't know, like you were losing fights, and then, but something you changed in your mindset, and then you said, no, I will continue, and whatever comes first, right? Or I have 30 wins or 40 fights. I
have 20 wins and like 30 fights.
Okay, but then what happened there? I mean, you were like losing fights and.
Yeah, I wasn't like, it's just, I was losing fights. I was in North Carolina, I didn't do that well. In North Carolina, they also didn't count the clinch because they didn't understand what the clinch was. So I lost a few fights because they didn't know what the clinch was.
Okay.
So because they like do mostly kickboxing, but I would do Muay Thai there and they didn't know what the clinch was. So the knees to them were like nothing.
Nothing.
They looked at it as like, I remember there was an announcer and every now and then he'd be like, welcome to the WWE. Anytime I did a sweep, and I'm like, bro, like it's Muay Thai. I can't.
Exactly.
So I lost a few fights like that, and like also I lost a few close fights too. And like I lost fights that I shouldn't have lost. But it wasn't and it was also like, yeah, I wasn't like, I was like, I wanted to like work more and just like.
What did you change in your mindset, like just to keep going? I said no.
Well, my grandfather was like in town. I wanted my grandfather to watch me like fight.
Okay.
So I like asked my grandfather to watch me fight. Well, like he was in town, so I wanted him to watch me. So I like asked my coach to give me a fight here, and then after that, he asked me if I wanted to fight again, and I was like, "Well, flew," and he told me somebody, and it was like at a high weight class. It was like I fight at like 125, and this was like at 140 or like 145.
Okay.
And I was like, but then he told me the guy's record, and I was like, the guy had 5 fights, and I had like 12 or like 13, so I was like, okay.
Perfect.
I was like, okay, and then like I was a little afraid because the guy looked pretty big, and I was like, and then it ended up being like an easy fight.
Wow.
So I was like,
you never know, right?
Yeah. So
wow.
I was kind of scared. I was like, whoa, his head was really big. I was like, whoa, this guy's like, but he ended up being like very like, he was really wobbly. Every time I hit him, he was like wobbly.
Okay.
So and I hit him with, that's the first guy I ever hit with the spinning elbow, or like dropped with the spinning elbow.
Wow.
So I had that fight, and then I had a couple more fights that I won, and then Warriors Cup asked me to fight for a title. So I was like, oh, if you're asking me to fight for a title, okay, sure. So I fought for the title, and then they kept offering me like title fights.
Wow.
So I was just like, I was just like, sure. And I kept winning, so that was like the big thing, that I kept winning.
Nice.
And I ended up like, I kept winning. That was the main thing, that I kept winning. If I was losing, then losing as like against people who aren't good.
Yeah.
You have to be realistic.
Yeah, that's
and be
right.
like, okay, maybe like I'd like chill out for a little bit at least. But I kept winning, so I kept fighting, and I think my first like 15 fights weren't that good, but the last 15 fights I only have like 2 losses. So it's like I started out bad, but then like ending good.
Okay.
So it's like, I kind of quit. I kind of retire in my head after like every few fights, because it's like not a lot of money in like Muay Thai.
Okay.
And it's like you're like sacrificing a lot of time and like your health.
Yeah, right.
So it's like I wouldn't like right now, like my goal is to like maybe retire at 32.
Okay.
Like, so just like a couple years.
Yeah.
So that's why like I want to go to Thailand, because in Thailand I can just train. I can just make it like my life.
Yeah.
And then like I don't have to kill myself like working.
Yeah, that's
and, like,
right.
And I'm able to train with like the best people. Like and if I want to fight every week, I can fight every week. And also in Thailand, if you get to RWS or one championship,
I was going to ask you, are you planning to fight at RWS?
Yeah, if I can get good,
Lumpini,
like
right?
good enough to fight there, yeah. But
great.
it would be pretty easy to fight there. FA Group has a lot of connections. That's another reason why I like decided to go there. Like if I asked them to fight RWS my first fight, they would. But like I would like work my way up to that. But
Before you retire would be an amazing experience to be
and they
there.
have like good a good broadcast. So if I get a nice knockout,
in 200 countries, so everybody can see you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was great. It's great.
And like also if you get like I think they have like different, like if you get a nice knockout, they'll give you like a lot of money. They'll give you like 5,000-10,000 USD. So I'm like, it's worth it more than
they give you bonus for many things. I mean, if you do a knockout, and also if it's the fight, one of the best fights of the night or something like that. So there are so many bonuses.
They said, one guy was telling me that like they have tiers of like the kind of, like if you get a head kick knockout, you get this amount. You get a spinning elbow.
Depends on how you do it.
Our dude is like I know one championship does that. You get knockout a night, like fight at a night. But yeah, RWS has a weird system. I don't know. I have only dating tell me that. Only like people who like fight for them tell me. But apparently it's like head kick is a knockout. If you get a knockout with a punch, you get this amount. You get a knockout with a spinning elbow. So I mean, it's a nice incentive.
Exactly. To, so you already know, you go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay, nice. So how long are you planning to stay in Thailand? You go in November and then you stay for a long time?
November, I'm not. I'm probably gonna come. I'm gonna go November till December, the end of December. Come back and then go back like February.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stay here for like a month or two, just for like the holidays. My birthday's here, so like my birthday's in February, so I can stay.
That's in February.
Yeah, I have like friends.
What day of February?
February 6th.
Okay, I'm keeping a record of all the fighters I interview. Okay, February 6th.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So, but if I go to Thailand, I might stay. I don't know.
So you're Aquarius, right?
Yes,
that's
Aquarius.
Your solar sign. Okay, nice. Okay, perfect. Excellent. So now I want to talk about your coaching and the nutritionist that you have that role also. So how do you integrate being a coach and a nutritionist in your own fighting style?
Well, a coach, I don't really coach a lot of the stuff that I do in fights because like being aggressive is good for fights, but a lot of people, they have more problem with like kicking. So I work a lot on their timing with their teeps.
Okay.
Like their like jabs and stuff. So my coaching style is actually like a little bit different than my fighting style. Just because what I do, being aggressive, that comes a little easier. It's really easy to like just box and come in with low kicks.
I see.
But it's really hard to like, especially when you're first starting, to like get the teeps down, get the kick down.
Like the basics, you know? Or
Punches, I find it's easier to get people good at punches. It's harder to get them good at kicks. Yeah, so I focus a lot on like the teeps, the kicks. And for my nutrition, I just basically just do my weight when I'm fighting, what I do when I'm fighting. So I follow different weight classes, and like that gives me like different like.
How many weight classes? Like 2 or 3? That's difficult.
Like 125. I fought at 130, 132.
Wow.
I fought like 137, like 140. So it's like whatever they offer.
Okay.
It's like I'm not really too picky on the weight class. Okay. At this point though, I'm going for more like the 20s, like 125. If I'm in good shape, like I'll like lose weight really quick. So that's probably like that's why like I place everything on the nutrition program, because I have like different like asks. So like when I'm 140, I'm just counting calories so I can get to 140, but I'm like still like full.
Yeah.
Then like let's say if I'm fighting at 125, that's when like I'm on a very strict diet, right? So, well, honestly, no, 125, I'm not even on a strict diet. I'm kind of like, because I'm training so much, I'm burning so many calories.
Yeah.
So I don't even have to.
How many hours you train? I mean, not now, but before, how many hours you train per day?
Probably like
6,
4 or 5 hours a day. Well, I would say probably like 8 if you count like me just walking around, like not doing much. But if you count like the times I'm like actually training, probably like 4.
Wow.
And like 2 hours of me just like taking my time. If someone comes and talks to me, I'll talk to them.
That's right. And what do you love the most about coaching?
Well, I like, because most of the people I coach are kind of like my friends. So I like that I can like pick who I'm coaching, who I'm training. So as in like, let's say if I do a class, like that's why I mainly do like private training, because when I do a class here, there can be 20 people and like I don't know any of them, and like some of them might not listen, some of them it's like, and it's hard to like actually give them any progression, right? And if you try to give them like technical like stuff to do, like they get kind of bored and like, oh, I don't like this. So I'm not too crazy about the class, and you get very like weird people sometimes, because you can just a free trial, anybody can just walk in and do it.
Okay.
But as in like with the one-on-ones, I can pick who it is. If you're good to work with. Usually my one-on-one people like become like my friends after like a few months, because it's like, oh, we're like hanging out like once or twice a week.
Wow.
And like a lot of my one-on-ones are also people like from college or from like high school that reach out and like, oh, I want to learn how to.
They want to learn to.
Yeah, so
to do Muay Thai.
that's what I enjoy the most. Because when you do a regular job, you have to. It's whoever they put, like whoever you're working with.
Okay. So you enjoy. So what has been the best advice that you have given to your students when you coach them?
Just be consistent.
Okay.
Like, because some people, they like just coming in with one private session a week isn't going to give you any like progression.
That's right.
You have to like train you don't have to train for 3 hours every day, but like even if it's you just messing around in the in your house for like 5 minutes a day, like it's better than nothing. And like, as long as you have like in your head, like if you're not able to train, if you really are that busy, then do the drills we do in your head, because you're still visualizing, and then when you come back, it just helps a little bit more. Yeah, but just being consistent, because just once a week isn't going to do anything. Once a week,
it's too,
it's
not enough.
For sure. And it's like I'll try to get them to take the classes, or like even if you come in, hit the bag, or like just shadow box at home, just like stay consistent.
Wow. Okay. And what has been another advice that like a coach has given you? Maybe in Thailand. I mean, you have a coach.
Yeah.
What is the best advice a coach has given you?
I could just be aggressive, really.
Aggressive.
Before, just be aggressive.
You don't have problems doing that.
No, before I felt like I did, because honestly, when I was fighting in North Carolina, there was a couple times they gave me like teenagers, and I was like feeling bad. Like every time, I was like not as aggressive as I should have been. But one time I fought a 19-year-old, and one time I fought an 18-year-old, and I was like 23 or 24, so I like felt.
Yeah, I understand.
And like I saw like the videos, and I was like, I'm over here feeling like bad for people. Like, so just like really just going and like in Thailand, and my coach here, he like, all the coaches in Thailand, my coaches here, they're just saying go forward, smash, don't like take a step back. You could take a step back like to analyze every now and then, but you
need to take action immediately.
Yeah,
right?
you especially at the lower level or the mid level, it's when you not have, especially if you don't have to, if you're going against somebody who doesn't have like crazy knockout power, it's like just be aggressive. That's why I like made test like just have your defense up, and if they don't hit hard, then like you don't have to worry about anything. Just go forward, and because that's something that most of the time, I'll say like 80% of the time, that's all it takes. And then like the other 20%, then that's when you adjust. Right. So, but 80% of the time you go forward. Some people, they just like finish themselves. You go forward, I punch them, and then they just like crumble by themselves.
Wow.
But sometimes it just does the work for you. Which, as I'm like, I felt like in the past I was a little bit more like laid back, which is, it doesn't work, especially now in America, because it's just like, even in Thailand, they're doing like 3 rounds in Thailand, so you only get 3 rounds. In America, if you get 3 rounds, you only get 2-minute rounds. When you're professional, you get 5 rounds, so it's a little better. So it's like, you can take your time a little bit more, but you can't really, 2 minutes is nothing. So you got 3 rounds in Thailand sometimes is nothing, so you got to go like forward and attack.
That's right. And then, another question I forgot to ask. You had like an experience in a cage, right? In 2023?
Yeah, I fought twice in a cage. Yeah.
Twice in a cage. How did you feel like the difference between the ring and the cage?
It's like it's like the same kind of, right? But I did find that the ring, like I'm at the ring, the cage was a little weird, because I was like, in the fight I didn't notice, but when I saw the fight after, I saw myself like tripping, because the edges of the cage are like dented like slightly, so I saw myself like throwing a punch and like slipping sometimes, because I was like or like throwing a knee and like kind of like twisting my ankle. So I guess that could be like a different thing in the cage, but it wasn't. One was like 30 seconds. One fight was like 30 seconds. So like it didn't really.
Didn't feel it.
Yeah, I didn't feel it at all. But then like the other fight, I was just dominating. This is when I fought the guy at 145. And like I was just dominating the whole time.
Well, great.
Just like, so I didn't really have time to think about it.
Nice. But were you nervous, like to feel like before entering the cage? Like, I mean, how is this experience going to be? Or did you have any doubts?
I didn't really think about it. No,
You don't, right?
it's the same things because you're already getting in a fight.
Once the bell starts, you just go, right? You don't think all this stuff in your mind.
You're trying to focus. You're already there, so you're trying to focus like on
do your job.
Like
exactly. Okay, so I want to know about your upcoming plans. Of course, you already told me about Thailand, that you are going in November, coming back, and again, right, in February. But then, what are your plans for the future, for like next year or the following?
Well, go to Thailand as much as I can.
Okay.
Just trying to like build my nutritionist like program because it's just like that would be better like just to work remote. Like just save up for like the next 6 months to like a year, and then maybe like I think my plan would be like in a perfect world after like my hand is healed, just train and fight in Thailand for the next 2 years.
Okay.
Have like a remote job, like doing my nutritionist.
Perfect.
Like while I'm there, like building my clientele and like saving up slowly, and then coming back and starting a gym, like getting my own gym here.
Great, that's wonderful. Okay.
Maybe not in New York, but like
really expensive, right?
In New York, you would need partners and stuff, and like I don't really want to like. Whereas if like let's say if I went like in North Carolina, my coach there, he was paying $2,500 for like a place as big as this. And like you will never get that here.
Never.
So I'm like, and he was charging this like more than what they're charging here. And then he was telling me he was making $250,000 a year off of like the gym. And I'm like, wow, like why would I come to New York where I need like 3 partners, even just to get signed off on it on like with the building, you need to have like a partner or 2. So
I see, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like it's just a little too tricky. So like I just want to be able to like start my own gym. So I think in the next like. That'll be my plan. Just like fight for the next 2 years, see how far I can take Muay Thai, and then just like retire.
And then retire and have your own gym and keep going with the nutritionist, right? And everything. Okay. Normally your clientele are from the US, or do you also have other clients in Thailand as well?
They're mostly from the US, but I've had a few people who like I met here and they like traveled. They live in Europe, so like it's a little
nice.
So I met them here and they went to Europe. But I would also like to like maybe start my own promotion one day. That could be a goal. I would like to do that maybe while I'm fighting, but I don't know if I have enough time like to like make a whole promotion. But that would be a goal for like long term too. Have my own promotion. Yeah. Just because Muay Thai is like I feel like it's an untapped sport. Like no one's really. I feel like it could be like the UFC, but even like bigger, because you would already have like a built-in like roster of like fighters, which is like when the UFC first started, they had to like start from the bottom and like figure everything out. So I think it's untapped. I don't know if I could really start my own promotion while I'm fighting, but that would be like my long-term goal, like in 5 years.
That's a wonderful idea. I mean, you just start doing progress every time, and then you just go for your goals, right?
In Thailand they were doing that too. Some of the coaches from our gym, they would have like a festival like in their backyard, basically back home. So like one of my coaches and one of the trainers at FA Group, we went to Isan, and his like childhood like home, and like just in the backyard just like had like a fight. So I'm like, I feel like I can maybe do that in Thailand, and if I can just get the money for like a broadcast out there, because then I wouldn't have to worry about a venue or anything.
I didn't know you could do that in Thailand. Wow, okay.
So it's
everything can happen in Thailand, right?
Exactly. There's no regulations or anything. The only thing regulated, Raja is more regulated.
Yeah, it's more regulated.
But it's even compared to here, it's nothing.
But the fighters over there were saying, no, in Thailand everything can change. Even before like 1 hour, your opponent can be different. Not at the Raja, but I mean in other stadiums that are not.
And Raja happens too, because Raja has different promotions. Yeah. Raja has like 6 or 7 different promotions. It can the same day.
The knockout, RWS, right? All those.
Exactly. Oh, they have Raja KO, Yokao, RWS, and they have a couple. They got SKS.
Yes.
And they have like another one.
I forgot, because they fight the 7 days of the week. I mean, fighters every day.
So it's like you can really like like Raja is like They have different ones, so like, and even RWS, it could be like it just happened with Danny Rodriguez.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah. He dropped out and they put some
He
Irish
had like
guy
an infection on
his
the
like finger or something. Yeah.
Did you see the fight of the opponent, of the Thai opponent? I don't know, I forgot the name, against the Brazilian.
Yeah, he like elbowed him in the nose. It was like,
wait,
that guy beat
right?
Sanchez like 3 times. Well, his privates are like 150, so he's like on the level of Sanchez in terms of like popularity.
Sanchez is 45 years old and he still fights. He has his own gym. Amazing.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
Sanchez is crazy. He's like still knocking people out at 45.
They were saying, for example, that he has like a lot of creativity and like he can do everything. Almost done. Yeah. And then. Just the sacrifices. What has been the sacrifices you have had so far pursuing this career?
Just like mainly like money. Cause like to fight, you can't like it's not really lucrative.
Yeah.
So it's like let's say when I first started fighting, well I took a break from college. I took like a semester break, and then during the semester break I was working construction.
Okay.
And I was also working like as a barista.
Okay.
So I had 2 jobs, and then I was training. But then, as soon as I was like, I couldn't do all that and train at the same time, so I had to let go of the construction job.
Yeah.
Just because it was too like it was hard labor, and I had to come back and like train, and I would like come all dirty and stuff. Like it would be like paint. It would be like caulk. Like in paint, like that you couldn't just get off. So I'm like coming in all like dirty and stuff. So I just like I had to like. So I was like a paycheck I had to let go. Or like let's say if I decided to fight now, like right now I do personal training and I do the nutritionist. Yes. Those are my 2 main things. But then I have like 2 other like little jobs, right? Or like side jobs that I do like 2 or 3 days a week. I wouldn't be able to do any of that. So that'd be like $1,000 less that I would have a week if I'm training full time. And limits like the amount I wouldn't be able to take as many evening privates because
you're working. Yes.
So it's like, and then the fights don't really pay much.
Yeah.
So it's like really, it's like sacrificing. But it's like I'm doing it for my passion and stuff. And I know it's like the end game. I could start my own gym and just like make money that way. It was like, or like when I have free time, do more personal training. But really, it's like there's not much money in it. So it's like sacrificing my money and like I guess time because I'm like traveling back and forth.
Yeah.
From like home to here.
You go to Dominican Republic often or no?
Like once a year.
Once a year you go.
All
your family is there?
No, most of my family is here actually.
Okay.
My older family like was there, but a lot of them passed away, so not really.
Where in Dominican Republic? Sorry, where in Punta Cana? Or where
Santiago.
Santiago. Okay,
yes,
nice.
I'm like right by the airport.
Okay, I haven't been there yet, but it's amazing. Your country is amazing.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's kind of expensive now though. I don't know how like.
All the Caribbean now is kind of expensive.
It's very. It's like the same as here actually. The price if you go to a restaurant.
Yeah, what?
Empanada was like $5, $5 USD. I was like, what? I was I thought they were lying. I thought they were like, I was like, there's no, and it's a little tricky because I'm like, in Thailand everything's cheap.
Yes.
But like everything's cheap and like the work, everything's cheap and the people there don't make much money, but everything's so cheap that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So, but like in DR, they don't make much money, but everything's expensive, so it's like harder. Like well, in Thailand, you can if you're making 1,000 a month, but your rent is like 100. It doesn't matter, and you're spending like $1 or $2 for food. And that's like if you're buying food, right? If you're like cooking for yourself, that's even like $50 the whole month of groceries.
Amazing.
So, but in DR, it's like no, it's not like that. You're like it's like I think it's like maybe like 5 or 10% cheaper than here, which is not good because like if you're from there, it's not good.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. Okay, so what would be the advice that you can give to the young fighters that are starting now, like so they can, any advice that you can give them for young fighters that want to follow this Muay Thai career?
And just stay consistent.
Okay.
Like even if you're not like trying to fight, it's just like just stay consistent. Like even if it's just like a hobby. Yeah. Consistent means like 2 or 3 times a week, because then like if you're doing
at least 2 or 3 times a week.
It should be more. If you're younger and you have the time, it should probably be like 4 or 5. If you're like under 25 and if you have time, you should be doing like 3 or 4 times a week if you can.
Okay.
But in terms of like coming in and training in the gym, I'll say like 2 or 3 times a week at like minimum. That's like if you're really busy.
Normally it's 1 hour per session, or
it's 1 hour. I would do it's usually 1 hour per session, but I would it should be like 2 or 3 hours a day. It should be like that you're at the gym because you need time to warm up and stretch, and then like to take the class. Maybe like take 1 or 2 classes.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't, or like even if you only have time for 1 class, maybe come before, hit the bag for 30 minutes, then take the class or something. Or like even if it's just hitting the bag, that counts as training too. Like I would at least 2 hours, 2 or 3 times a week.
Everything counts, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And do you think that the young people, or young, I mean you're still young, but the younger, are they doing any mistakes? Do you think that beginners are doing some mistakes that you can avoid, or give them advice so they can stop doing any mistake? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I feel like the younger Muay Thai general. I mean, I would say if you're younger, just stay training. I mean,
it's the same.
Like if you're not, because the big mistake you can make is like not train.
Okay.
You can train. You should be training, especially if you're young, because you don't have to worry about recovery. You just like go, but just keep training, because like I would say, if I'm gonna give advice, if you're young and you can save up, I would just go to Thailand and just live there and just train there, because you can get the best quality training.
Wow, I agree. Yeah. So of course, what other passions do you have? I mean, I know you are a coach, you are a nutritionist. Do you have any other hobby or hidden talent?
Oh, I went to school for film.
Ah, okay.
So I'm like, I was going to school for film and theater, and I was working in that for a little bit until COVID. And I stopped doing that just so I could do like fighting, because I was like, all right, film I can be like 50 and start a career in film.
Yeah, you can start later.
So I can do it later. So that was like my main. That's my like I write. Nice. I mostly like write. I write a lot of stuff. I haven't directed much. I used to direct a lot, and people used to pay me to direct, or edit. I would edit a lot. Like that's probably my best talent, editing. I'm really good at editing.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to get paying gigs, but it's just like I wouldn't. People would never like show them. I would direct, and then someone else would edit, and they kind of like ruin the whole thing. And I'm like, it's not even worth showing it to anybody. Or I would edit it and send it to them, and then I'm like, hey, you're gonna release this, and they would never release it, and they'd be like, yeah, we don't feel comfortable, and I'd be like, oh, can I release it so I can show people like
my work?
Yeah, and they'd be like, no, that's not done, and I'm like, okay, like so you told me, so I did it.
That's great talent.
That's my main. Like after fighting, that'll probably be like something I would try to like, along with like me starting my own gym.
Yeah, you have nice goals. I mean, your gym, filming, and then everything comes together. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Congratulations. It's a good goals that you have there. So thank you so much, Rich, for your time. I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you. It's really nice to know about your story, and you are inspiring so many other people that are starting now. So do you want to give any other advice besides being consistent, or something you can give to our community in Rouge Mindset?
Just work hard, and like whatever you do, just work hard. Yeah.
Perfect.
Because if you don't like put in the hours, you're not gonna like
improve.
And you have like a positive mindset too. Like don't be, even if things are negative, it could always be worse. So have a positive mindset, and like have a good work ethic. Be disciplined.
Okay.
Like work ethic is just like, it could be a habit. You could have like bad work ethic, and like in 2 weeks you have good work ethic because you've been like disciplined doing it.
I agree.
For 2 weeks, build good habits. Yeah.
Nice. Can you share your social media so people can follow you, your path, your fights, everything?
Yeah. So for Muay Thai and like for my nutrition, it would be for personal training, it would be Rich Muay Thai 96. And I also have my videography Instagram is Rich Visuals 96. It's on Instagram. And I'm gonna start a new Instagram soon, based like solely on like fitness.
Nice.
Fitness and nutrition. So that'll be coming soon. So if you follow me on Rich Muay Thai 96, it's gonna like transfer over. I'll like collaborate with myself. Okay. So it'll be pretty clear. Like, but yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we wish you all the best in Thailand and in your next goals, your fights, everything you do. The best of the best and all the success. And then heal fast, like your hand, everything. I hope everything went well, goes well with this. And thank you for your time. Gracias.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you.
This was Rouge Mindset, Dominate the Mind.